Yo, yo, yo. What's poppin', Sin City Mafia? Football fans, how are y'all doing today? Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Today is January 6th, 2021. If you've been awake at all today, you can see that's been quite an eventful day already. And the Pacific Standard Time is 2:20. It's been a really crazy day, to say the least. So, if you see me post this video today or the next day, let me take your mind away from that for a little bit. And sit down with me for 15, 16 minutes of your time. And let's go away to a better place. A place we all love. That's football, right? All right, so today it's gonna be a little bit different thing today. It's not gonna be about the Buffalo Bills. It's gonna be more for the general football fan. NFL All 32. I took the time to go through all 32 teams, from 32 the worst, all the way down to the best. Just my personal opinion, my take, what they gotta do in the off season, what went wrong this season. And I really hope you guys enjoy it. I took a lot of time putting into this. I'm really excited for this. I hope you guys do enjoy it. I certainly enjoyed making it. So let's go ahead and get started. NFL All 32, starting off, number 32, the worst team in the league this year. The Jacksonville Jaguars. How do I put it simply? Y'all were ass. Y'all were straight cheeks. And that's clearly why you finished 32nd in the league. Y'all were worse than the Jets, and that's very hard to do. That's really hard to do. Really hard to do. Let's put it simply. You guys got the number 1 pick. Go ahead, get your quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. That should be fine. You guys got pieces. You got pieces around him. You got Laviska Shenault. You got DJ Chark. You got a budding running back in James Robinson. You got some pieces, and you got Miles Jack on the defensive side. I've always thought maybe you could trade Jack, get some more draft picks for him. He's really good. Jaguars, my goodness, you were stinky poo-poo this year. Moving on. Okay, Jets. Man. Surprised you didn't finish in the 32nd spot. But hey, I guess Adam Gase found a little bit of leadership to lead you to the last 2 wins of the season, am I right? Yeah, you guys are an absolute dumpster fire. I hate to tell you, absolute dumpster fire, and I think if you're a Jets fan, you know it. You absolutely know it. Your owner, Chris Johnson, could give 2 shits about this team. Plain and simple. I listen to a lot of New York sports talk radio, the Michael K Show. And some Benino and Roberts. Benino's not on anymore, but a lot of WFAN I listen to. And yeah, dude, come on. No one really believes in the Jets right now. Come on. But I'll tell you what I believe about them. You fired Adam Gase. Great. Check. First check of the offseason. Fantastic. But you gotta stick with Sam Darnold. We're gonna have the 2nd pick in the draft. Stick with Sam Darnold. Either trade back and get some more draft picks, or go best available. Don't pick a quarterback. Sam Darnold has been served he's been dealt a bad hand. Give the guy some time. I don't know much else you guys got on that squad. You got Mekhi Becton, who was a good draft pick last year, and I think he's going to prove over time to be a really good offensive lineman in this league. As for weapons for Sam Darnold, it's looking pretty bleak. Rashad Perriman? In that defensive side, I mean, yeah, they played hard, and Quinnen Williams, forget about him. But you got to build your franchise from the ground up. You got to tear it down, honestly. But keep Sam. Moving on, because we don't like to keep a lot of time on these shit teams. All right, the Texans, number 30. Well, fuck Bill O'Brien. I think every Houston Texans fan can agree with that with me. Fuck Bill O'Brien. Left your franchise in shambles. Shambles. Why would you ever trade DeAndre Hopkins? Why would you do it? I think he was a secret agent for the Patriots. I'm kidding. No, but seriously, that Bill O'Brien really screwed your franchise over for many a years, and it is what it is. You gotta trade JJ Watt. Let him go. Let him go win somewhere, because Houston's not winning anytime soon. They just hired their GM, Caserio, another guy from the Patriot system. I don't know what's all this hashtag on Twitter, fire Easterby. I gotta look into that. I don't know what all that's about. Anyone knows, drop in the comment section below. Let me know what hashtag fire Easterby is about. I think he's a higher up in the Houston organization, but I wanna know more about that, so help me out. Yeah, fuck Bill O'Brien, trade JJ Watt. You gotta build around Deshaun. And just give him some help. Just give him some help. David Johnson's not it. Brandon Cooks is made of glass. Will Fuller, made of glass, and also a PED user. Come on, be better, Houston. Be better. Moving on. Number 29, the Atlanta Falcons. What can you say about the Falcons, really? Is it time to give up on Matt Ryan? I think it might be. It's grown a little stale, especially since the 28-3 letdown. I think it has grown a little stale. Dan Quinn was the wrong guy. They stuck with Dan Quinn for way too long. Give Raheem Morris more of a shot. And I think it's time you maybe trade Julio Jones. Let him go win somewhere. It's just not working, Atlanta. You seem to have this talent, but it never. You guys choke every game. You need to get better on the defensive side. You need to get better on the defensive side of the ball. And Matt Ryan is just not clutch. So I think it's time to start over, hit a reset. Maybe trade Julio. He's getting older. He's still got talent. You can still get pieces for Julio. And you got Calvin Ridley. You got Russell Gage. You got Hayden Hurst. You got some pieces still on the offense. But I'll tell you what. Todd Gurley was an awful, awful, awful signing. Just shows an ineptness of a front office. But I'm pretty sure that was a Thomas Dimitroff signing. And he's gone, obviously. Good one, Arthur Blank, owner of the Atlanta Falcons. Moving on. Number 28, the Philadelphia Eagles. What the fuck just happened the last Sunday of the NFL season? What was that? I understand the move, but come on. Doug Peterson, you're throwing a game to get a better draft spot? In theory, yes. I see why you would, but to lie to the media and say that you were trying to win that football game, absolute dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Be real. Everyone knows what the fuck you were doing. Be real. You look like a penis, too. Trade Carson Wentz to the Indianapolis Colts. Make Hurts the starter. And stop drafting the wrong guys. I'll tell you what, the Philadelphia Eagles are a disgrace right now, and you're far from grace of that 2017 Super Bowl. Far. Can't speak, because they suck so bad. Philadelphia fans, you should be ashamed of your team right now and your coach. Absolutely. I understand the move, though. It was from 10 to 6, I think. Yeah. You got the, instead of the 10th, you got the 6th pick. Whoa. Anyways, okay, all right, moving on. 27, the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, goodness. That is a franchise I just feel sorry for. I really do. I feel sorry for you guys. You know? You get the number 1 pick. You get Joe Burrow, right? And Joe Burrow is supposed to be this next generational quarterback to come out of college. Maybe the greatest college quarterback ever statistically. And you can't protect him. And he tears his ACL. He's probably not going to play next year. Because I wouldn't. Why would you risk him playing next year? Give him time. Ultimately, you got to draft him offensive line pieces. You got to protect Joe. You got to protect Joe. You got enough pieces. Weapons in terms of you got Tyler Boyd. You got T. Higgins. You got Joe Mixon. Joe Bernard's still there. Couple pieces on defense. But if I were the Bengals and I had the draft spot where they're at now, which I believe is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's number, I think it's number 5 or 6. Excuse me for not being completely accurate. But don't go chase that, that prize right to like a Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith. Pick an offensive lineman that's gonna help you protect Joe. Joe could get the ball. He could get the ball to Tyler Boyd, and he could get the ball to T. Higgins and these other guys that got. Joe Burrow's that good. You don't necessarily need to give him, waste a pick on something that you guys already may have. Give him some offensive line help. Moving on, Cincinnati Bengals. Sorry. You'll get there. Number 26, Detroit Lions. I'm gonna spend a real short time on you guys because the Detroit Lions absolutely are pitiful, putrid, an awful franchise. They should never be put on Thanksgiving football ever again. They should never get primetime football ever again. Why they consistently get primetime football is beyond me. What can you say? They're a poverty franchise. Whoever you're a Detroit Lions fan, you're a fan of a poverty franchise. I hope you know this, and I think they do know this. When have you ever been good? Ever? You just can seem to never get it right, and I don't know. You have to get the right coach this offseason. Let Stafford go. He spent enough time, enough bullshit there. Just let him go. Why didn't Jeff Okudah play at all this year? What happened with that? DeAndre Swift got a good piece there, but come on, Lions. Be better. Moving on. Number 25, the Denver Broncos. Another fall far from grace from their 2015 Super Bowl. You guys hired a GM, which is good because John Elway does not know how to put together a roster for shit. He's ass. You got pieces though. The thing about Elway is he kept on drafting these offensive pieces when maybe you didn't need to draft them. You maybe needed to draft more defensive help. Maybe you needed to draft another quarterback in the higher rounds. Maybe that's what you need to do, but he went and he gets Noah Fant. He gets Jerry Jeudy. He gets he goes and signs Melvin Gordon. Things that you didn't necessarily need. But now you got all these offensive pieces and you don't got the quarterback to get them the ball. You got a defensive-minded head coach. Go get a good creative OC. See what he could do with that offense. Draft a quarterback. Drew Lock is not the answer. Plain and simple, he's not the answer. And I believe in Fangio. I think he is a good coach. I've heard different from other sources, other of my friends. They think he's a bad coach. I think he's a good coach. Yeah. That's the Denver Broncos for you. Elway, bro. Greatest thing that could happen to the Broncos, Elway stopped running the GM operations. So that's a step in the right direction. Number 24, the Carolina Panthers. Teddy ain't it. He's not. Maybe draft a guy like Justin Fields. And one thing about the Carolina Panthers and Christian McCaffrey. Don't know if you guys know this or ever heard of it. The 400 plus touch curse. It's happened to a couple guys in the NFL in history, but every single player that received 400 plus touches in a year, the following year, They've never been able to make it through the season healthy. And Christian McCaffrey was just another casualty of the 400-plus touch curse. He wasn't healthy all year. And you guys gave him a fat contract. And now it's looking really bad. Do I think McCaffrey's a bad player and he's not going to come back, and be one of the best running backs in the league? No, I think McCaffrey's still one of the best backs in the league. And when healthy, a game breaker. But he might have peaked already. I don't think he's gonna get necessarily better. I think he's just, he's got this peak for a couple seasons and then it's just a decline. But you got a great group of wide receivers. You got some pieces on defense. I really like Chin, the safety. I think it's Jeremy Chin. I really like him. And Burns. Burns is a good rusher. I like that guy. Yeah, Carolina. Rule can be a good coach too. So not a lot is lost there. You were a good bad team this year, let's put it that way. Number 23, moving on, by the way. Number 23, the San Francisco 49ers. Reset. You got hurt this year. It was one of the few cases this year that you guys were so hurt. You lost so many pieces early on. And you just really couldn't, you really couldn't get up from it. Losing Nick Bosa the second game of the season it was very hard. He was one of the best defensive players in the league his rookie year. And I'm sure he would have been up for the defensive player of the year this year. So that was hard. And then you lost Kittle early on. Deebo Samuel was in and out of the games all year. You trade Quan Alexander, Richard Sherman, decline fast. You got Jason Verrett on the outside trying to guard guys like Stephon Diggs. Come on. Reset. You got the right coach. You got the right GM in place. Jimmy, stay healthy. And you know what? Make a decision on Jimmy Garoppolo right now. Make a decision on him right now if he can be the guy. And if he wants to stay healthy, then you guys will contend next year. But make a decision. Make a decision, John Lynch. All right, moving on. Number 22, the New York Giants. I know we're running it a little long. We're around 17 minutes right now. My apologies. I'll end this soon. I know I don't want to take too much time of your day. But it is what it is. I love football. That's how much I love football. Number 22, New York Giants. You got the coach. You finally hired the right coach. You do have some weapons. You do. And I think when Saquon comes back and you got Gallman, I think that could be a really good 1-2 punch in this league. I've always liked Darius Slayton. I've always liked him. Evan Engram, you got a hands problem. I don't know how the fuck he went into the Pro Bowl. You got some pieces. You got some pieces on the defense now. James Bradbury. Wow. Great evolution of that guy. He's a good cornerback. So you got some pieces, Giants, but Saquon's got to stay healthy. And as a Giants fan, can you look yourself in the? Can you tell yourself you believe in Danny Dimes? Daniel Jones. I don't like calling him Danny Dimes. I don't know why I did that. Do you believe in Daniel Jones? I'm not so sure. Moving up. You got the Dallas Cowboys, number 21. I mean, and where do you really start? Did you let my dog in? Sorry, guys. I'll maybe cut this out. I'll try to find a way to cut that out. You got the Dallas Cowboys. Where do I start? It's a dumpster fire. It's a dumpster fire in Dallas, and it's been for years now because you got Jerry Jones as your owner. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Jerry Jones does not know what he's doing. What are you doing this past offseason going out hiring a guy like Mike McCarthy? Are you serious? A stale offensive mind in this league who really had one of the best quarterbacks of all time and has one Super Bowl to show for it. You go out and hire a guy like that to run the team? You see what these other teams are doing. These younger teams that are up and coming, they're hiring these young guys with creative minds. They're not going out and getting these fucking dinosaurs in the league. Mike McCarthy was a terrible hire. Terrible hire for the Dallas Cowboys. And if you stick with them next year, you're going to be just as bad. Just as bad. Yeah, you got all the offensive. You got CeeDee Lamb. You got Michael Gallup. You got Amari Cooper. Ezekiel declining. You got a declining offensive line. Are you going to give Dak his contract? Probably not. You're probably going to franchise tag him again. I don't know. It's just I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. I can't stand the Cowboys. And Cowboys fans are super annoying. They're ride or dies for the team. And I love that about them. But come on, man. Jerry Jones just does not know what the fuck he's doing. Plain and simple. Just doesn't.